Hi there, my name is Hannah and I am off to war. So, quick story of events. I moved to Portland about 2 months ago with my lovely partner. This has been a lifelong dream of mine, and also another lifelong dream of mine has been to have a fermented kitchen, like a kitchen full of pickles and kombucha and all kinds of stuff going all the time, and also to have a garden. And today is the day that I think I realized that gardening is war. So I'm off to get some battle supplies. I'll let you know as we go, so come along with me. So the first thing that I have to do is to take some steps to get these ants off of my tea plant, which is very new to me. And they're swarming it, going after some of these buds, and I don't know why. This is a quick editing note from future Hannah. I have since learned that sometimes ants will swarm plants because they are intentionally farming aphids off that plant. And I learned this as I was looking back through my pictures of it in my pictures of the plant and the ants in the store. And I found this one that shows the aphids really clearly. I still ended up choosing to do what you're about to see next, but just so you know, I have learned something even in the course of making this video. So I noticed those ants on my way out to the backyard. So we are renting this house. We've been renting it for like 2 months, and I was going to show everything from the very beginning, but then I got really lazy and a little bit depressed. But I'm a real person now, so it's time to talk you through everything, and it's gonna look really pathetic, and that's because it is a little bit pathetic, but I believe in setting myself up to fail small, so I am set up to fail small. So let's take a look at what I currently have in here and how it's doing. First we have chard that had worms in it. We have 2 of them. They both have just been struggling a bit, although they're looking rather better now than they were. I think that the rain has done them some good. I'm so glad that it's raining, I can't even tell you all. But they're just kind of sad and full of holes. Next, we have some parsley that I got from Trader Joe's. I really needed parsley for a recipe, and the only parsley I could find was in a live plant, so I got the live plant and I thought, oh well, if it dies, it dies. And every stem that was alive in the store died when I put the plant outside, but then new stems came up, and it looks a lot happier. So we're happy for that accidental survival. I just put in these chives today, and back here is a stem of broccoli. The broccoli I had got as a started plant, and it took me a little while to get it actually into the soil here. It was a bit root locked, so I tried to break it up some. We'll see how that does. Also over here, you will see another part of my battle lines, which is the squirrel. I have a bunch of punk squirrels in this yard who just love to dig holes in absolutely everything I do. The mulch that I got, that's what's in these bags, is I went and got free mulch off of Facebook Marketplace in trash bags. But a squirrel got into the bags, so now I have to use it sooner than later. I was going to use some to add just like a little bit more volume to this raised bed here, and I was going to do that today, except I saw the ants and they take priority. This is not a complete tour because, again, I am on a warpath. So I believe in hitting the ground running, so let's go. Success! I'm back from the store and I have accomplished ant traps and an empty spray bottle. This took me 2 stores and I got 7 other things that were not on my list of 2 items, but here we are. So I'm going to use both of these at once. Okay. I could choose either to use the ant traps or to do what I'm doing in the spray bottle, which is going to be half white vinegar, half water, which the plan is to spray that on the leaves, and the tea plant itself should be totally okay, but the ants can't stand it. and the ant traps. I could use one or the other to know which one works better, and that would be a more conservative and probably a more informative approach, finally speaking. Or like, in the end game, I would learn more from doing that. However, I feel like between the ants and the squirrel, I'm really over this. I'm a very new gardener. I've been gardening for about a month and a half, and today is November 1st. So I started gardening right at the start of autumn, and I have had not tons of success, which I again planned for, but I'm ready to give these ants the cake because I really want my tea plant to do well. So why not both? Okay, so is this a very, very short first video? Yes, it is. Is it rather chaotic, and does it show just how new I am at this? Absolutely. I think my hope is that I get to take you all along on some adventures, but like most specifically, I want to be showing you the failures and the challenges of gardening, and the related activities like preserving the food, because, well, everybody has to start somewhere, and a lot of the people who I've watched who have really inspired me have already had a lot of what they needed, have already had a couple years of experience, have already gone through a lot of these failures, and they can speak from that perspective, but sometimes for me that's been really discouraging. I've wanted to garden for years, for at least 5 years, and when I tell you that I have not, this is the first place I've lived in that time where I had an actual square foot of usable sunlight, I really truly mean that. I lived in an apartment where I had no yard, I had no balcony, I got no direct sun, I could not do anything. And so I spent that time learning a lot about fermentation and etc., etc. But I wish that I had seen more people in that place when I was there. Or at least more people who were still really working on getting their feet on the ground. So my goal here is to show you all the chaos that I'm having in my first year of gardening and doing this. And I was really hoping to show you from day one, and then I just didn't quite have it together enough to do that. But thank you for coming along with me. I hope that this is of value to at least one person. And I hope that it reminds us all on our dark days that this is always hard and it is still always worth it. So, thanks for watching. Have a great day.